Good morning and welcome to the SRAM Tour of the Gila. I'm Dave Toll with Michael Zellman. We're here at the start of Stage 1. It's going to be a big day of racing, Michael.
Big day of racing. It's beautiful weather so far. We've got a bunch of teams loaded with talent. These girls are ready to get underway any moment now.
I have a feeling this might be the most interesting women's race we've had at the Tour of the Gila.
I spoke to a number of the women this morning. They seem relaxed, but there's a bit of tension in the air. This is really going to set the stage for the rest of the season. I know Kristen Armstrong is really focused on this race. Mara Abbott obviously returning. And then, some of the TIPCO riders, Meredith Miller and Carmen Small, also really focused on doing well, being conservative, and going for the overall win. This is a real important race to the women.
Peanut Butter and Company 2012 has been a phenomenal story. Talk about that for me.
Peanut Butter 2012, this team started up a few years ago, obviously riding SRAM componentry. We're excited about that. Kristen Armstrong came on board last year as a mentor, coach, director. This year she returns to racing. And these guys they were a powerhouse last year. They were the most exciting team on two wheels, men's or women's. Delivered wins at nationals, all over the place. A spectacular team. We're excited to see what they're going to do here.
Can I have an update on the down rider, please? 357, she's on her way. All riders are up and riding.
Yeah, keep going.
Quarter one, copy, final 5656.
How do I, Emily?
Okay, this is current situation in front of the race. We have 301 with the rider with motor 2.
Well, it was actually a pretty easy ride until we made the right-hand turn to come into the climb, and then Deodora actually went to the front and set a pretty hard tempo, because as soon as you make the right-hand turn, it's a pretty good climb for about a K or so before it kind of levels out a little bit. So they really put the pressure on there, and I think that's where we shed a lot of riders, and then it came down to a smaller group, and then Deodora and Mari, they pushed it again, and front group kept getting smaller and smaller, and then finally it was just, all right, you're out there by yourself, kind of just maybe with one or two other riders, just riding your own tempo.
Michael, we found a perfect day in New Mexico.
New Mexico brought out its best today, Dave. It was fantastic weather. I think the riders all agreed. Low 60s, perfect. A little bit of wind, but other than that, it was perfect.
Yeah, and the wind is always going to be something that we battle here in the springtime in New Mexico, no question. We're right here. This is the finish line. Mara Abbott, what a ride for Mara today. And on the men's side of things, Francisco Mancebo, it's certainly going to be shaping up to be a fantastic race.
Absolutely. The early part of this race, obviously a climber's race, they kept it together till about the base. Mara attacked. I know they brought her back, then she went at the base, and then Flavia, followed her as well. And then Clara Hughes, quite a surprise in third. Great finish for her. And Mancebo made it look easy coming across the line. He really did. He's looked special right now in his form.
Yeah, when you talk about special, this is a special race. We're in our 25th edition here.
SRAM was asked 3 years ago to get involved and really to save the races, and we offered our support. We're proud to be here. This is our third year in a row. The riders love this race. More than anything, it's a rider's race. You'll talk to anybody that's done this race, and they're really, really passionate about it. More than anything else. Not a ton of spectators. The riders really, really enjoy it.
What makes the SRAM Tour of the Gila such a special event?
I really think it's the environment, the people around here really bring it together. I mean, there is the support from the locals and stuff is incredible. Then the riders enjoy it so much. It's a special feeling.
You know, the term salt of the earth kind of comes to mind. This is a salt of the earth bike race, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's a perfect description of it because it's pure in every way, and what it represents is pure bike racing.
Yeah, and we're motivated as well for some incredible racing. I'm Dave Toll, he's Michael Zellman, and we'll be joining you from the start tomorrow, but certainly hope you're having a great time out there and joining the SRAM Tour of the Gila. I know we are.